What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Paradise, and I believe this is episode 14. Don't quote me on that because I did a lot of recording, and I had my wisdom teeth pulled earlier this week, so I'm going to try and make this one while it is actually quite difficult to talk. I'm also preparing because I'm getting ready to head out of town for about 2 weeks, so I'm trying to get everything prepared so I don't go another 2 weeks without posting a video for those people who do follow me on a regular basis. What's up, everyone? This is Editor LB coming at you from my dirty office. I just wanted to give you a quick heads up. These videos were recorded about 6 weeks ago, before I had my wisdom, or no, actually I think these ones were right after I had my wisdom teeth pulled, before I went out of town for like 2 weeks. And I came back and there's a whole lot of stuff happened. I lost my headset on a plane, so I couldn't edit while I was out of town. And then I came back to an audit at work. So I'm trying to get these out now. And yeah, it was just a lot to say that these were recorded a while ago. So bear with me, please. I've been gone for a minute and I really didn't want to be, but life happens. Anyways, today we're got two goals: to actually make this area up here green, and we're gonna start working on this area here and working on getting our reservoir carved out. So with that, I think we'll start. No, we'll start up here because if I do this, I'm pretty sure this is something that they can do on their own. So we can go to our landscaping. One thing we're going to do is we're going to put a tunnel here. Of course, it only goes 9. The other thing I need to do is up here, demolish resources. We're gonna get rid of that because I want to cut that out. I want to place dynamite there and cut that out, but of course, one, I need time to actually advance so it's not infinite night. And let's see, let me look. So our tunnel went 9. I believe it's about there. Nope. It'll be there. Actually, no, it is to about there. Let's see. We're gonna need a path here. Oh yeah, before I forget, and of course I hit the wrong button because, you know, do that. And then we're also going to put our contamination barriers, and we're gonna go there and get those all the way to where the water comes out for the bad tide. That should be good, and we'll let them work on that. We come over here. Let's see. Delete that path there. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, just woke up and wanted to get this video done. And my mouth is very angry with me at the moment. There's another dynamite there. I think this one needs 3. And that one should need 1. I'm trying to get down to this level here, make it even. because this is probably going to be one of the harder places. And they can build these from the ground, so I can go ahead and put that there, put that there. Let's see. I think the only one they won't be able to build are these couple over here. But they should be able to build these ones from the ground, if I'm remembering correctly. Other things we need to do. So many potatoes, and I think we need more wheat. So I'm going to unplant these 4 rows and turn those into wheat. So as we go through the potatoes, then let's see, up here I want to start prepping this for so let's see, if I put that there, this here, this here, build tunnels there, there, and there. Yeah, I'm starting to prep this for when we do our thing up here. You know, that thing where we're going to move our industrial district up here. And basically, I know what I want in this area right here. So, actually, I want to move that to a different spot. Yeah, I want to move it to a different spot because I want to actually make it a little bit easier to make sure I can transfer power. So they got stuff to be doing. I was right, they could build those from the ground. So, okay, those are to the same level. So that should need a 2. And then pretty sure that's all of them they can build from the ground. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put a ladder over here. So No, I just thought about it. It's funny. It's gonna be funny. These beavers are gonna not have back windows because it's gonna be butted up right against the levee. So what was I thinking about? Let us not get any beaver stuck. So then over here, can put that in. And that there. We'll leave the remains of the natural levee, our natural waterway there, because we can, simply because we can. Let's see. Let's go check on up here, see where they're at. Oh. Okay, they got all that taken care of. So let's remove that. And then look here. Oh man, they got it all. So then with the new terrain physics, we don't need that. And this should, yep. So what we're going to need right here is we're going to need a sluice pointed this way. That's only going to let good water in, period. So that'll take care of that. Man, we're getting a lot of stuff done. Man. And the water physics is messed up. I wonder if it's a flow thing. Irrespective of that, we still need to... Oh, the sluice in. Man, they did that so quick. Oh, we have tons of food, tons of water. But we're a little low on logs. And there's a drought approaching. And I mean, if I'm being completely honest, much rather have a drought than a bad tide. Because I still don't know how well that deterrent I'm putting in roads that I'm going to end up taking out later. I still don't know how well that deterrent's going to work. So, boom. Perfect. That should fill in there. Oh, yeah. Things I should have done episodes ago, as soon as I unlocked the sluices. Since we have a drought approaching. It's not going to be that much of an issue. We're going delete those. Delete those. I should have actually. Let's be realistic. I should not have deleted that one. Oh well. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. I forgot they could get to things from underneath there. Okay. Strategically.
This is the way.
Move that. Yep. I moved it so where they could still get to it. So then we get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of these. Let me see which way these push. Not that I'm not resource starved like I was. I'm definitely not resource starved like I was, but I don't want to waste good resources. I mean, I just think that's a fair idea of, you know, not wasting good resources is the beaver way, I would think. Or that's my beaver way. Takes me back to Naruto. It's my way of the ninja. And this is going to be close above. No worry about downstream depth. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna make it to there. For sure. I don't feel like, no, they won't need a path. We can do one more row, because they won't necessarily need that path. So then I just need to put in, all right, so looking at this, I need to put in another ladder here. We'll build that one. This whole not getting beaver stuck because, you know, sometimes it feels like they do everything they can to get themselves stuck. Alright, our drought is starting. How long is it? Seven days. Not like we have anything to worry about. We won't run out of water. What do you know? They picked up those. And I just realized they picked it up from the other side of that wall. It's actually kind of fascinating how they did that. Alright, I'm going to put a levee there. So now we don't have to worry about, you know, any bad tide oopsies anymore. So they're not going to need that anymore. I'll pick that stuff. Clean up your messes. Just like those. Oh man, I didn't even realize. So what I was doing, why I was doing this is I was installing vertical shafts here in these corners to make sure that I can run power underneath. And I would probably have to go. So I could run power underneath here so everything would be connected. Whenever I do get power running, so I don't have to worry about getting power running across the pathways. We will have power. I really need to start looking at an excavator site, because getting an excavator will be, getting dirt will be pretty amazing. Man. Oh. And while I'm thinking about it, I also need to fix this up here. So if we go to paths and structures, I need to put this zipline station in so I can fix this mess up here with this zipline station, because, you know, I had a brilliant moment. So the first layer is done. Oh, it's so satisfying. So the first layer is done. I guess it really doesn't matter where I build the ladder. Closer's probably better. Path there. Layer next round of dynamites. And we're actually going to turn this down some for the simple fact of, if I have them working on other things, I want that to be the priority at the moment. Our green space up top so we can plant new trees is my highest priority. Oh, 22 beavers with no job. We can kind of fix that. Now that I think about it, metal platforms might be the better way to go. Let's see. Not that one. Oh, haha. I'm off. I was like, why isn't it the right height? It is the right height, but what you're seeing is the fact that I put it in the wrong spot. That whole depth thing. If I had been using the actual tool to count spaces, I probably would have realized that. I mean, we have tools for that. Just saying. So to get them over here to build this, so they can't say it's too far away. So then we go back to our metal platforms, and yes. There we go. We're going to have our path travel on the inside of these. But what I can do up here, I can put in a hauling post because they don't actually check into hauling posts. So I can just throw that up here. And since we have so many beavers with nothing to do, these are all full. Our wood is still going up, which is good. Our food is not going down. Speaking of food, they are slowly removing these potatoes, but my potatoes stock, I have 1.2k of grilled potatoes. And 1.2k potatoes. So I mean, there's a lot of potatoes. Let's get that hauling post built. All right, let's pause it. We're gonna delete these connections. Here we're gonna add connections to that one. Into this one. So then we can delete this zipline station and then rebuild it. Yeah, this episode is a little bit of cleanup and a little bit of preparation for expansion. So I hope you guys can appreciate this. I mean, I know it seems pretty dull.
This is the way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they're not going to be able to reach that because they're going to need a path up here to do that.
You serious?
Let's see. That's a dead seedling, so I should be able to do this. Two. 3 onesies. That's a double. Oh, that should have been a 3. Well, I guess it can set a bunch of 1s here. Just some cleanup. Man, I wish there was a way to blow up the random trees. Like you could actually just place dynamite on dead trees. Because that would be so helpful. I mean, that would be really helpful. Let's see. So if I build a structure to get across here, won't be able to tell me that it can't reach. Oh, those are done. Oh, I guess we should go check and see how success. The water's flowing, it's going into there. It's just weird how slow this flow is. I think by taking out all of that, or taking out that extra land over here, I decreased its flow rate. Also wonder if I blew up this right here, since it'll only have one edge to travel under, it'll actually come out under much more pressure. But because it only needs one edge, because it's only 2 CMS coming from this, I think is the water sources provide 2 CMS. That's a water source there. Whoa. Whoa, I just started feeling sick to my stomach for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. So apparently we are going to need that there. Just out of curiosity, did they finish? Yep, they finished picking up all that stuff. So then I can delete this pathway here. I can delete the path instead of adding it. You know what? Let's not delete the path until I'm done putting in all the struts. I'm going to be a little bit smarter than I have been recently. So there, 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 and there. platforms. I should have edited out that pause, but I'm gonna have to end this soon. I'm not feeling so hot all of a sudden. But one thing I can do while we're up here is I can finish setting all of our stuff up. So under landscaping, non-impermeable floors, contamination barriers. To there. Question is, if I remove that road, will they still reach? Let's see. Not demo resources. Yep, they can still reach it. So then, up here for wood, we need one forester. So I decided I'm turning part of this into a maple, my maple reserve plantation, because I said I needed more maples because we're not getting enough maple syrup. So if I put a forester, a tapper shack here, and then we're gonna plant maple trees. There. So let me make sure that cutting areas are off, because you know that would have been the way. I just planted a bunch of maple trees and all of a sudden they got cut down and I was trying to get syrup from them. And to be completely honest, I think I'm going to put in a temporary forester and I'm going to plant a bunch of trees around the mine. I'm not sure which ones. I think I might plant pine trees around it. I don't know. I could plant chestnuts around it and then put a gatherer flag over here so they'll gather the chestnuts. So the path should wrap around like this. Get rid of those roads, and then since they're not going to need to come down here anymore. Okay, so then there's going to be one other thing I need to do, and that is to put a fluid dump here so we can maintain water in here when there is not, when there's a drought. Worry about evaporation. And I'm just putting in regular platforms there because we won't need to go back down there for anything. And if we do, I'll just put more ladders back in where this platform is. Okay, now that, okay, we can come check on these crops. More wheat. More sunflowers. And it's still working on that. That's good. No storage place for planks. Oh yeah, we don't have any wind. Okay. So this mine, it does use treated planks. So I think what I'm going to do is let's put a levee there. You know what? Doesn't need to be a levee. I can just put a platform there. And then what we'll do is not storage. Small pile. We'll put treated planks here. And this is obtain goods from other warehouses. Prioritize that building by haulers. Oh, did we have a mass die off? Because all of a sudden we don't have a whole bunch of beavers. Oh, we got a ton of injured beavers. Which means we may need some more, we may need another infirmary. It's because of the mine. The beavers weren't made to be in the mines. This ain't Minecraft, this is Timberborn. Oh, they finished this. So I'm going to change this connection back. Well, I'm going to change one of these connections back. Yeah. That seems pretty good, because then that way I still have another connection in case I make another station somewhere and then they got to travel to it. Or it could connect one side to the other just to make sure that they can, if they need to get over here to go there, it's a shorter distance. But man, we got a lot done. which I also need to delete those. I need to put a dynamite in there. Yep, and moved it. Hurry up with this, because this is going to be the last thing for this episode. Come on, you busy beavers. Alright. We'll go from this corner this time. That is so satisfying. Oh, they've already started putting in the maples. And this whole place is going to be filled with trees. So, yeah. I think we got a lot accomplished today. This whole place is going to be set up for tree farming, which I'm going to have to make a path that extends out this way because I know the whole reach. We can just look at it momentarily. So if I put in a forester here, I'm gonna put in another tapper shack. That forester, oh, it can reach almost all the way. I'm probably going to put another one on the back just to cover, because even though it can reach doesn't mean that it's going to be able to keep up. So put another foresters, more foresters back here. And then there's going to be a whole mess of lumberjacks to try and keep up. So, but I think we're going to end this episode here. It's still longer than I wanted it to be, but yeah, I think we're making it. And I think the name Paradise is going to be apt soon enough. Of course, we're still going to have to take out a lot of those dead trees. But man, we're getting there. We've got to go back to working on our aqueduct. Which slowly but surely we are. So, like normal, thanks for joining me on this adventure. You could have been doing a lot of other things, but you chose to spend your time here, and I appreciate that. Remember to like and subscribe. Otherwise, you're at the mercy of the algorithm while you see another one of my videos. I hope you all have a pleasant and wonderful day, weekend, whatever day you're watching this. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.